Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am a wife and mom of 3 who has lived most of my married life as a homemaker. Being home to raise my kids has been one of the greatest blessings of my life, but it has challenged me to find ways to stretch our dollars to make ends meet on a single income, while still creating a beautiful life. If this is what you are striving to do as well, I hope you will join me and subscribe to my channel to see more content on budgeting, creating a home, using a cash envelope system, and finding ways to stretch our dollars. This morning we are going to do a cash stuffing. This is just extra income that I have that is in addition to my husband's salary. And so I use this money typically for some of my long-term savings goals and my short-term savings goals. I also am going to be filling my wallets with the money that I need for the coming week. Let's begin by doing that. So I begin by taking out my wallets from the week, my envelopes. And I'm just going to, first of all, just look to see how much money I have left. In my grocery category this week, I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, 11. In my eating out envelope, I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm really excited to have some extra money left over. I just keep a lot of that in there just for future weeks. The first thing I do though is I take the ones out of my grocery, any ones that I have, and I add them to my yard sale category. I love to go to yard sales, and so I begin saving up for yard sales just by using my ones. So I'm going to add that to my yard sale envelope. Now what I'm going to do at the beginning of my regular binder, I have my grocery money. I take it out twice a month because my husband gets paid twice a month. And so I split it up into in each of those times that I take it out, I split it into 2 weeks. So last week I removed $300, and so I should have $150 left in my groceries. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50. And I'm going to add that to my grocery money. Now, sometimes I have nothing left. I have been trying to not spend as much money in my groceries, trying to use out of my pantry, so I have been able to save a little extra in my grocery category. For my eating out, I take $25 out a week. And so here I have 20, 25. And I'm going to add that to the money I already have, which will leave me 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. I do like to have some ones in this category just because if you need to leave a tip, it is very nice. Oh, and actually I have another 20 in there I didn't even see. 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. Again, I've been trying to save money in both of these categories, so we haven't been going out to eat as much, or when we do, we've been going to cheaper places. Next, I have my extra money. I record that on this side of my budget. This is where I keep our regular salary money, and this is my extra money. This is what I get from if I help somebody clean, or if we would sell something. Just any extra income gifts that we would accumulate goes here. This time I actually have more than normal. So what we have here today is 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 50, 400, 50, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, $600, and $20. Now, I do have 2 envelopes where I keep my savings challenges. Mostly what I do in this envelope is for the more important things, the non-negotiables. So in this folder, I have things like vacation, which is actually negotiable, home improvements, auto, our taxes, our savings. My husband's going to be working and fixing up a Bronco. This is my own personal money, home insurance, and our work dues. In this folder, I have our grocery and eating out, which we take out of every single week. I have photo for buying pictures, photo supplies, Christmas, I do put money in this, but I also have another binder where I transfer it into each person who I buy for. Gifts, these are things like graduation, birthdays. Hunting, for hunting licenses, things that were needed for hunting. My yard sale envelope, which is starting to get a little fatter. Farm, this is for things like baler twine, fixing fences, also saving up for things like taxes for the farm. Dental and medical, electronics, and then deposits is money that I would take out of the envelopes that needs to go back into the bank. So because I have a good bit today, what I'm going to start with is actually my 52-week challenge to save up for $5,000. So what I'm going to do is I have a printable that I use to keep track. And I'm going to try to pick a larger one today just because I have a little more than normal. And so I think I'm going to start with the $200 one, as that is the biggest one that we have. So I'm going to mark, just highlight across it. I don't do mine in order just because some weeks I have more money to put towards it and some weeks I have less. And then I'm going to get my little savings challenge bucket. And what I need to do next is I need to find my $200 envelope. And these are just in random order, so I just kind of look through till I find the $200. Okay, so here's the $200. So what I'm going to do is take 50, 1, 50, $200, and I'm going to add that to my envelope. And then what I do is I just put these towards the back. The ones that are even further behind are ones that I've already filled, but I've taken that money out and taken it to the bank. And I might do another one just because I do actually have extra money today. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's do $180 as well. $50, 1, 50. Actually, I'm going to change that. Instead of doing the 180, we're going to do the 190. Let's just double count that, make sure we have it right. 50, 100, 50, 70, 90. So now we're going to find the 190 envelope in our little bucket. So often I only can get one of these filled at a time, and some weeks they're a small number. Thankfully, this 52-week savings challenge has a wide variety of amounts. So I have one that's $20. So on a week when you don't have very much money, I can use that. And then I believe I filled the largest one, which is $200. But at the end, once I have all the envelopes filled, I should have saved $5,000, which I'm going to use towards my savings to put either in a CD or in a high savings account. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm going to put this away. I'm going to set my folder aside. I don't do a complicated process for this. I basically just go through, I start with the envelopes I think are the most important or the things that I need to do in the near future, and I fill those first, and then I move on to fill the other ones. One thing I wanted to work on this month is gifts, because next month is May, so I have my son's birthday, I have a niece and nephew who are graduating from college and high school, and there's some people at our church who are also graduating from high school, as well as Mother's Day. So my gifts category needs to be buffed up a little bit. So I'm going to start with gifts. I'm going to go to my gift part. I'm going to add a $50 into my gifts envelope. And now looking at that, I would have 50, 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 60. Okay. Now what I'm going to go to next is I'm going to add $50 into my Christmas envelope. It is empty at the time. Like I said, I actually have another binder that I'm going to show at another time where I do take that money and I add it into everybody who I'm buying gifts for. Okay, so now that is done. Next I'm going to go to my green binder. I'm going to add a couple things into this one. So for home, I'm going to put $20 in home. Okay, so I have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So $200 in home, which is great. I use this for things like home improvements, home repairs. The last thing I used it for was we got gravel to make a fire pit area, patio area. So I use it for things like that. I'm gonna add $20 into auto. Auto always can, you never know when a car is going to break down, when registrations come due, inspections. So I try to regularly fund this one. Taxes, I actually did just add a good bit to that one. I'm just going to put $20 in it this time. Savings, I don't add to separately just because I use the 52 Savings Challenge. I'm going to skip over the Bronco for this time. And the dues is fully funded. Okay, I think we're going to add $20 for vacation. So in our vacation, we have 100, 50, 70, 90. Now let's just add the other 10. So that will bring us up to $200 in vacation. Okay. Now we just have $60 left. So we're just going to go back to the pink folder and add a few more places. So I'm going to start by putting $20 in farm. It's getting closer to haymaking season. And we also have pigs and they need feed bought at times, so I'm going to put 20 in there. I'm going to put $20 in our medical folder. And the last one I'm going to fund for today is I'm actually going to put $20 in photo. I just ordered some pictures and it looks like I might need another photo album, so I'm going to put $20 in that category as well. And that is it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great day. Bye.